Hello my lovely Cancerians, welcome to your reading for March 2018. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing and sharing my page, my channel. I have a little surprise for you this month in celebration of the wonderful support and success of my YouTube channel. I am going to be offering all you lovely subscribers an opportunity to get one free email question answered this month. All you need to do is subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and also like my Facebook page, which is Isabel Galasso Spiritual Medium. The link is below. So that's the criteria for entry. I will have all the detailed instructions and updates on my Facebook page, so it's important that you like my Facebook page so that you do get these notifications, and I'll keep you updated as this offer progresses. The email address that I will be creating will be specifically for this offer, and it is for a limited time only, so be sure that you check the correct email. It will be on my Facebook page together with the instructions. I will only answer questions that come through on that specific email, so make sure you have a look at that. The offer will be available for a 2-week period only. Once that 2 weeks is up, I will not be responding to any emails that come in after that date. I will work through the emails with the first ones that come in, so I'll be working my way up through the emails. The first ones in will be the first ones that are responded to. So get thinking. One question. Give me some detail in the question so that I can connect, but not too long, because I don't want to be reading, great novels. So keep it brief but detailed. So there you go. That's a great opportunity for you. Now on with your reading, Cancerians. This is a general reading, of course. It's a general reading. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. If this doesn't resonate with you, they may resonate more for you this month, or it may give you more depth and detail in what you're seeking in answers. So it's always good to listen to those as well. If you would like a personalized reading, one-on-one, which is of course going to be very specific to you, you can follow the link below to my website, and you can book a reading with me through that website. And that will give you a very specific reading to you. Bear in mind, these are general readings. Sometimes all of it resonates, sometimes parts of it resonate. So it just depends on what's going on this month. Let's have a look at what's going on this month. So first up, this card that represents you, a lovely card. It's the Palace of Coins. The Palace of Coins, to me, what I'm getting with you is, look, you're in a really nice place. You're in a really nice place this month. Solid. It's like things are just going to be moving along nicely for you. Feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling ready to take on new challenges. It's a really nice place that you're finding yourself in. It's also one of really nurturing you, really doing things that bring you pleasure, planning a holiday, renovating, buying a nice piece of furniture or something new, having a makeover, doing those sorts of things at the beginning of March, which is going to bring you pleasure, bring you some balance, because you're feeling really balanced, you're feeling really secure, really safe, really solid, is where you're going to find yourself as March begins, as March starts opening up. You're in this really good place, and I like that. I like that. For some of you, Cancerians, it's going to be a time of really looking at your environment and looking at what needs to change. What needs to change? Does your relationship need to change? Is there a renovation that needs to happen? Your living space needs to change. Is there a move? You're looking at what is around you that brings you your peace, your joy, your happiness, what you're looking for. So you're going to be looking for those sorts of things, but you're coming from a place of real calm, which is really nice, you know, like calm. And for some of you, it's just clear thinking. It's clear thinking. You're really thinking straight this time. You're really thinking, you know, this is what I want. You're knowing where you're at. Nice place to be. And what's crossing that, funnily enough, is you've got the Palace of Wands. Palace of Wands. This sort of feeling of, I feel like this feeling of being secure is also going to bring in you this desire, this desire for change, this need for change, this need to take action. Are there plans that you want to put in place? It's really a very creative, passionate, action type place that you're finding yourself in. And when you've got the palaces, that's where you are. That's home. That's what's going on in you. Of course, this palace represents you, represents your body, represents your journey, your place. So there's this need for taking action, planning, finding your creative source, finding your passion, getting that drive back in your life. It's really good because your feeling's really solid and you've got this where to next. What am I going to do? What plans do I want to put in place? Really finding your fire in your belly, really finding that drive, getting that. You're really going to feel like you want to do things. You want to do things. You want to, it's really being stirred in you. Plans, if you've got your own business, you know, what plans have you, what things have you always wanted to do? What things how have you wanted to expand? What have you wanted to put in place? Well, here's the opportunity in March for you to do that, to put those things in place, to really get those dreams and start making them, give them life, make them happen. If you were working for a corporation or a company, what ambitions do you have there? What is it that what direction do you want to go in? What do you want to do? Really great place to be in. If you are, you know, in your home life, it may be that you are wanting to relocate. There's just movement. But it's under a strong foundation for you this month, which is really a good place to be. A good place to be because, you know, you're taking action. It's the Chariot. This is you. This is you taking control. This is you knowing what you want to do. This is you stirring things up, but being in charge. You know, these horses, you know, this Chariot really looks like it's running away. You know, it's got a direction of its own, but it hasn't because you're steering it. Things will be happening quickly. They'll be happening quickly and you'll want them to happen quickly, but you've got strong hold of the reins so that you're directing it. It's not that external factors are coming in and bringing this change about. It's really coming in from you. You're instigating it. You're bringing it about. You're doing it. You're leading it. You know, is it a change of job? Is it a promotion that you're going for? Is it a change of city? A move of house? A change in your living arrangements? A marriage? A child? What changes are coming in for you that you've decided to make? It's not somebody else imposing this on you. These are your decisions to make, you know, and you know, the Tower, which is in reverse, which means that it's time for change. So it's going to be a month. I am being told that March is really a month of change for you. There is, and you're going to want it. You're going to want this change. You're going to want to bring this change in. It's overdue for you. It's just really time to take action, to really look at what's around you and moving out or no longer having in your life those things that are no longer relevant to you, that you've outgrown, habits, behaviours, people, job, whatever it is, things that are no longer relevant to you as to where you are at this point in your life, because big review for you. And so you're going to be looking at that and bringing in change. You're wanting the change. The status quo, this everyday humdrum, it's no longer serving you. That's not what you want. Okay, time to be moving on. So that's good. That's really good because you're bringing that in, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I get a real sense that this is you. For some Cancerians, this is you. You've given this a lot of thought. So in the past, it's things that you've always thought about, things that you've always wanted to put in place. So it's been in your mind. It's been thought over. It's been mulled over. And now it's time to take the action. It's time to actually put those things in place. What do you want to do? Where's, what changes do you want in place? For some of you, it's a form of study or that you've succeeded in completing, and once that new knowledge has gained, that skill, it's not just formal study but learning new skills, new knowledge, building that foundation, and that's been completed and you've brought it into the now, and so this month it's time to do something with that. This is where you're feeling solid. This is where you're feeling solid because you've learnt your skills. You've learnt what you need to learn. You've collected your information. You've processed it, and now it's time to move on it. Now it's time to put it into practice. It's time to take action with it. So that strength, you've got that knowledge. You've got that. For some, I want to say, for some Cancerians, this is, an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, male or female, from the past that has had a big influence on these changes that are coming in for you. They've been a support for you. They've been a mentor. They've it could even be just someone that's around that you've been looking at and thinking, wow, look at that. They've done this and they've been successful, and, that's what I want to do. So they've really shown you the way in being able to do that. If it's not a Libra, Aquarius or Gemini person, it is someone that is knowledgeable, that is solid, that is someone that you've put on a pedestal, someone that you've admired, someone that you've looked to, and has influenced you to put these changes in place for you, for your life, for what you want, which is a good thing. I like these cards, my Cancer friends, they're fantastic. What all this change leads to, it's a good place. It's going to take you to, it's your turn. Your harvest has come in, the fruit is ripe, ready to be picked. It's ready to be given to you. You've had a hard time. You have gone through difficult times, and those difficult times have pushed you to bring in this change. To make the necessary changes that you have needed to make. Mind you, with the Tower is also one that if you don't make those changes yourself, if you don't take charge and bring those changes into place, they will happen anyway. And it's about ease and grace. So if you accept them and make them, it's always a much easier process than when this change comes in and it's forced on you. So start bringing in the change this month, because it's your turn now to bring in the change, to reap the benefits of that change. It is the benefit. It's for some of you, it's financial. For some of you, it's just bringing in the abundance of life, joy, love, peace, happiness. That also is abundance. Health. That also is abundance, and that brings all that in. I also want to say to you on the subject of health, some Cancerians, you've not been well. You have suffered a lack of energy, headaches, just lethargy. Once you bring in these changes, that is all about to change. That bringing in that change is going to be beneficial for you, so that's starting to look great as well. Week three in March, you're going to start feeling the benefits of these changes that you've started to put in place. Remember, this is the beginning stages. March is the beginning stages, and I feel like it's going to continue to unfold for you over the next 3 or 4 months. It's just going to keep getting better. Those changes are going to move. They're moving you forward. They're moving you to where you need to be. You're not where you need to be yet, okay? But this is the beginning of that process. So that's really, really good, really good. Here you've got the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins is always decisions that you're needing to make to move on to the future. This is the future. This is bright. This is positive. This is, you know, really good. For some of you, this is going to cause a little bit of insecurity. What choices have I made the right choice? What choice am I going to make? For some of you, it's that you're working two jobs while you're making this transition. For some of you, it's a decision that you've got to make. There's two situations that are coming up for you and you've got to make a decision on one. For some of you, it's that you are actually balancing two situations. It could be two jobs. It could be a love triangle you're finding yourself in. It could be moving, you know, I still get a sense of you're living in one place and you're moving to another. So there's this transition, there's this move coming for you, and it is good because it leads to a whole lot of new beginnings, but you're going to find it a little bit overwhelming, I think, a little bit, you know, keeping this balance is going to be a little bit tricky for you, but you can do it. You can do it. You have to put in that little bit more effort, okay? Just stay balanced, stay secure, find that inner strength to make that change. That's what I want to say to you. Don't lose heart, you know, in these decisions that you're needing to make. You'll know what decisions you're needing to make. Look, you know, you've got three of my Palace cards here. You've got the Palace of Cups. So I feel like this flows on from the decisions that you're needing to make. It's going to stir some very deep emotions in you. For some of you, it's going to stir insecurities. It's going to stir insecurities, but that's with you. That's not the reality. It's going to, what it's stirring is things that have happened in the past. Don't bring those in the future. But of course, when situations come up, how do we deal with them? We deal with we deal with them in a way with knowledge and situations that we found ourselves in the past. We bring that forward, and that's how we deal with current situations. What you're looking at is actually going to bring up a lot of things that you haven't dealt with, a lot of things that you've buried. This is what we call the shadow side, the shadow self. It brings up those things to deal with them, to move them on. So understand that when these things are coming up, it's how you're feeling. It's not necessarily the reality that's around you. Have a look at what's coming up and release it and move it on. Okay, release it and move it on. For some of you, it's about taking a relationship beneath that is on the surface emotionally. You're taking it deep. You're taking it deeper. You're exploring the depths of a relationship. Your emotions are going beneath the surface, so that you're going deeper with your emotions, with someone that you're with. You know, if you're in a relationship, if you're coupled, it's also about exploring your partner's, emotional depths, going deeper, working together to overcome hurdles, to overcome situations that are coming up from the past, and it's time to release them. It's time to release them, which is really good. For other Cancerians, I want to say, what they're telling me here is, it's about, when you're making these decisions, this is about intuition. This is your card, you know. It is the card, a water sign card. It's about intuition. It's about following your intuition, follow your gut in making your choices, making your decisions, because that will stand you in good stead. Always follow your gut. Always follow what feels right for you. Okay? That's really good. That's really good. This is in the position of your hopes and fears, you know, the Six of Coins. It's about balancing money coming in, money going out. Is there going to be enough? Giving, you know, so this is your fear, you know, am I going to have enough? Is there going to be enough to see me through, do what I want to do? And, you know, there is, absolutely there is. It's about being mindful. It's about not making big expenses, but, you know, really making your calculated spending, knowing what you've got, balancing it out, and spending what you can afford to spend. But I feel like, you know, money's going out, but money's also coming in. So there is that balance. I don't feel like there's going to be financial duress here with your ventures. I think they're going to be really good. So you're quite cautious, you're quite calculated, you're quite careful with what you're doing, what you're putting in place. So I don't feel like there's any problems here. Don't spend more than you can afford either in March. Maybe further down the track you can, but you know what you're able to spend, know what you're able to do as well in March. For some of you too, by the end of March, it's going to be a review of your financial situation. Let's balance it out. Let's see what's going on. Let's review this, okay? But I don't feel like there's you know, you're pretty sensible with your spending. You're pretty sensible with what you're doing. So I don't feel like there's going to be issues there. But you are balancing things out. For some of you, it's not a financial balance either. For some of you, it's an emotional balance. It's a balance about the self. It's, you know, let's have a look at, you know, what I'm grateful for, what I have in my life. You know, taking stock. You're taking stock of where you are at and what you've achieved and what you've done for some of you. Okay, so it's not always financial. It's always about life and what you've achieved and what you've done. Okay, you've also got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is messages coming your way, messages of love, messages of you know, romantic love. It could be family sending you emails, texts, interaction. For some of you, it's actually moving forward on a relationship, because the Knight's always one of let's take action. Let's take action. Let's move forward. You know, take it to the next step. Take it to the next step. I like that. I like that. Doing. So maybe it's you sending, you know, texts and emails and moving that relationship forward, which is really lovely. For others of you, it's simply communication on a emotional note, on an emotional level. You're moving forward on your emotions. I like that. You know, it's just, you're in, you know, you're in a good place. You know, you're exploring it. So it's going to be a bit of an emotional month too, where things are going to be happening and progressing for you. And they're telling me joy. They're telling me joy. So whatever this is, you know, whatever it is for you, there's joy that is pushing it, that is driving it, that is moving it forward. So whatever, you know, whatever this is for you, it's really a good place to be. It's about, you're ready to emotionally move forward on a situation. Great, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a general card, the Osho Zen Tarot, which is going to just see where you're at. What's your word? Oh, here we go, for the month. Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. That's beautiful. Look at that. The dream. The dream. And that's what really is happening for you this month. You know, it's about your desires, your passions, your dreams, and bringing them into reality. Bringing whatever that is for you, whatever your dreams and desires have been. This is the month to start bringing them into reality, taking them from that, you know, dream state, that visual state, and bringing them into your reality. That's where you're at. So dare to dream. Reach for the stars. You know, dream big and bring it in. Bring it into your reality, because it's all a possibility. That's really lovely. It's a beautiful card. Okay, I'm going to give you another card this month too from the Dreamtime reading cards from Laura Bowen. I love these cards. They're the Indigenous cards that I use at various times. Let's see as well what's going to support you this month. What action will support you? Oh, let's see. What are you going to give me here for Cancer? Let's see what's there for Cancer. Going to be, they're still deciding clearly to have something come through. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Nothing's coming out. Oh, there we go. Prosperity, the native bee. So it's prosperity. The bee is generally it's a working bee. You know, they collect the pollen. They make the honey. They bring it to the hive. They're workers. They plan for the future. They plan for winter. They store what they are making, so they get very busy in summer and store it to build prosperity, so that there's no lack of. And that's you this month, being really busy, being busy implementing and bringing together your dreams and making them happen, make them into a reality. That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? You know, there's an abundance of flowers for them to be able to make their honey, bring it to the hive. So what you're needing is there, your resources are there. It's a matter of identifying what that is for you and utilizing it and bringing it into your reality. That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Okay, well, my Cancer friends, I hope that this resonates for you. I hope that it helps you with your month of March, and I wish you prosperity and many blessings. Don't forget, if you would like a personalised reading, follow the link below to my website and you can book a personalised reading from there.